Hello, everybody, and welcome to a review of Umamusume Cinderella Grey, episode 12. Yo, I'm really trying to stay calm this morning. This evening to talk about it. Let me take a moment to say this. Umamusume Cinderella Grey has just confirmed, based off this race, that it's better than Blue Lock. This show is 100% better than Blue Lock. And I still say to this day, Umamusume is better than Blue Lock. Now, for those of you who non-sports anime fans or sports anime fans or fans of Umamusume, understand where we're coming from here. This show is epic. I understand this show is slept on because it's not as high quality of a sports. Everyone wants the basic sports animes. If you get baseball, football, hockey, all those other sports that we get, yeah, those are the sports. But when you look at Umamusume changed the trajectory of how we look at these horse girls and race their ass off. And fun fact, and this is why people don't get this, these names, Special Week, Gold Ship, Rice Shower, Tamamo Cross, Gold Ship, you know, where's my I'm going to read off the wall here. Bear with me on this right here. Let me get this right here. I want to get this paper here. They're all based off of real horse names. Real horse names. Based off of them. Like, come on, guys. Give this show a credit. You will feel the intensity of these runners going at it. Now, I want to talk about this episode because I woke up this morning, and even on my break and coming home from work, I saw this episode 4 times. 4 times. Watching this because this was freaking amazing. Every episode of Umamusume leaves us in a dust. Every Umamusume makes you feel like, oh my God, it's a 10 out of 10. And some Umamusume episodes goes out with a cliffhanger. And by God, I thought this was the end, but it's not. So without further ado, let's get right to the review of Umamusume Cinderella Grey episode 12 review. Let me start off by saying this. Little Cross. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I rewatched that scene with Little Cross. Yes, Little Tamamo Cross 4 times because Little Cross is a badass. You gotta understand her backstory. And this is funny because we have seen a plethora of backstories in Umamusume. Like when Special Week, we saw Special Week's backstory with her 2 moms. The mom gave birth to Special Week. She died giving birth to Special Week. And the new mom, this human mom, this human trained Special Week to become a runner, be the best in Japan. Another backstory that I remember was McQueen's backstory. And another backstory I remember this season was Oguri Cap. How Oguri Cap was born with she can't run because of her legs, and her mom supported her. Tamamo Cross backstory is, I won't say sad, but it's more like we get to see the evolution of Tamamo Cross. So Little Cross, I'm gonna call it Little Cross. I'm not gonna call her Little Tamamo Cross. I'm calling her Little Cross. And I post that on X, Twitter, whatever you call it. I posted that because Little Cross is so adorable. The band-aid across her nose, put the B sign, like I wanna run. It's like an energetic tomboy. And Tamamo Cross is a tomboy. You could see how durability, you can see how energetic she wants to run. Now, her mom and Little Cross was walking around every apartment trying to find the perfect place for Little Cross to run. Every apartment gets full, and her dream is to become the best in the world, best in Japan, trying to be the best. And then all of a sudden, the apartment shut down. No, by apartment shut down, I mean there's no space. So I like that scene with Mama Cross dragging Little Cross, and you hear Tamamo, Little Cross was like, I want to race here. But I see the foreshadowing there that Tamamo Cross and Oguri Cap meant to race against each other. Because if you look at that scene very carefully, you get to see Oguri Cap's mom staring at the window. So that's Cap's mom. Don't you see it? It's like, oh my God, this fate. This is fate. This has got to be fate. But again, I keep talking about this, but damn, Little Cross is so adorable. Badass tomboy Little Cross is freaking adorable. She's come a long way. I mean, the evolution of Tamamo Cross just kicks the sand. Now, the race. You know, I asked myself this question as I watched this. Who is the bigger threat? Who is the threat to Cross and Oguri Cap? I didn't think no one is a threat. Because to be honest with you guys, I didn't really care about the other racers. Lord Royal, that's a cool name by the way. Lord Royal, having her get her ass kicked, she wants a shot back. But when I look at Cross and Cap, those two are the rivalry that we get this year. And I'm gonna be the first to say it. Oguri Cap and Tamamo Cross have got to be a top 10 greatest rivalry in the entire anime. Cross and Cap have this rivalry that we see other rivals at Umamusume, but not as big as this. Because if you go back to season 1, Special Week's rival was Silent Suzuka. You got Kida-san Black and Diamond, and then you got Tokateo and McQueen. And yeah, they're rivals, but when I look at Cap and Cross, those two are fighting for something. They're fighting for something. For Oguri Cap, it's about being the best in the world. That's her goal right now, to be the best. For Cross, she's doing this not only to be the best in Japan, but doing it for her former trainer, the old man who is dying. So she's doing this for the old man. It's about a legacy. It is about redemption. Now, I love when Oguri Cap came out and they're talking about her win-loss ratio, because I don't think they're going to count her hometown. They count the one in Tokyo. I like Nora 8 giving her the finger. That was funny. You gotta love the 2-bit trio. They are fans, especially Nora 8. Has a Yuri fangasm going on with Oguri Cap. And then Tamamo Cross, bad. I like, and by the way, the meme thing. I heard that people did from the manga. I didn't read the manga, but I heard there was a meme thing with Tamamo Cross doing that little meme. But let's hear it. Now, the race. Let's talk about it. Right off the gate, Lord Royal is in the front of the pack. Lily, the front runner. And I'm going to get to those 4 categories. The front runner. She's been on a running since the start of the race. And while the other characters left behind, Lord Royal had been in the front of the pack. But the surprise moment came around. Tamamo Cross came in second. Now, this is where the change in pace comes in. Because we've seen Tamamo Cross race, she's a end closer. Meaning, when you get to that 400, 300 meters, right off the gate, here comes Tamamo Cross. Okay, we've seen that before in her previous race. You see, that's the biggest surprise. Even the coach was like, what? The coach react. Tamayo's coach is hilarious. Hot and hilarious. The fact that she's like, and the fact she's like, like that. Yeah. But everyone was shocked because Tamamo Cross is not that person. Now, we did get a flashback of Tamamo Cross was once racing, and she's always been in the middle of the pack. She's always been like that pace runner, kind of the mid-pack. But Tamamo Cross had changed from that point where she doesn't want to be close to the runner. She wants to be like those end closers where you get closer enough to pass them and beat them. Like a white line just strictly coming from the end and then winning the race. But again, Tamamo Cross is in second. And I gotta say, this episode is mostly on Cross because Cross backstory, Cross was fighting wrong, and Tamayo's doing what she has to do. Now, again, it's not really it was somewhat little focused on Oguri Cap, but I'm gonna get to her. But Tamamo Cross had this new idea in her mind, like a new style of running. Not being an end closer, but she wants to be the front runner, pace runner thing. Now, I know y'all saying, what are these? There are four types. There's the front runners, the pace runners, the late surgers, and the end closers. The front runners are the people that runs in the front. We all know that is like the front. No stopping. They're the front. They ain't going nowhere. They're the front. The pace runners are those who's like pacing themselves to a point where the runner gets tired at that point and then whoosh past the front runner. That is where Tamamo Cross is at. The late surgers are when they get to that certain meter, they're gonna pass the pace runner and the front runner. And in that moment, once they see that opening, the late surgers come in. And then it's the end closers, meaning it's the end game. Those end game closing horse girls like Oguri Cap. She's one of those like, Oguri Cap is an end closer person because Oguri Cap is one of those like, when they get to that, it's like, I'm gonna compare this to Mario Kart. You know how like, you're first place, but then you get hit by a blue shell, and then all the other racers pass you? That one racer from last place passed you. Matter of fact, another scenario. I got a better idea. Better idea. Mario Kart. This is Mario Kart an example. No items, just 24 racers. And yes, Mario Kart Tour, I have the game. Imagine 24 racers, no items. And then all of a sudden, you're first place. You've been first place the entire time. But when you get to that final lap, that last place player just literally just passed everybody. That's Tamamo Cross. And that's how Oguri Cap is. That's how Cross and Cap are. They're the late runners. They're the people that when it gets that little over there, here come them. That's them. Now, Tamamo Cross has been an end closer all her life. She's been the end closer. But because she passed her, that's different story maker. So Tamamo Cross has changed the style. She's like, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm changing. She's doing it so psychologically. She's doing it so psychological to a point where like, wait a minute, Tamamo Cross is in the front? That's new to me. I didn't think that. So now Oguri Cap on the other hand, and the coach, they all have this idea. They're like, okay, we're gonna go on our pace. We're gonna go to that point. Once that time strikes, like always, we're gonna end it. Now, and that was that. Now, as Tamamo Cross is in that, and then when they got to that 400 meters, this is where the cliffhanger happens. Where is it? The cliffhanger. Why would you do that? Yo, your cliffhangers are freaking brutal. The last time we had a cliffhanger like that was when they had March and Cap running until the end. That was a cliffhanger. Now this cliffhanger, are you effing kidding me? Are you effing kidding me? You're gonna end the cliffhanger like that? With Tamamo Cross running, and then her scared little mind is like, wait, someone's behind me. I'm scared. I don't want to see it. And then what happened? Here come. I'm sorry. And then Tamamo Cross is looking at the behind. I mean, don't even want to look behind because she sensed some aura. She sensed the aura is coming. And then that last screenshot, Cap right there and said, Beast. The Beast. Yo, Oguri Cap has a lot of names. Monster and now Beast. Yo, oh my God. How you gonna end a cliffhanger like that with Oguri Cap's freaking mode, beast mode? She going beast mode, man. Marshawn Lynch, beast mode. Going beast mode at the end of it. Yo, how you gonna end that cliffhanger? It's so brutal. Now, me personally, I want to show you something real quick. I'm going to present this right now. I'm putting all this on Tamamo Cross. I believe Tamamo Cross is going to win. I'm putting money on this right now. I'm betting money on Tamamo Cross. I believe Tamamo Cross is going to win this. And I understand your reaction, guys. I understand y'all saying, Why not Oguri Cap? Oguri Cap's the main character. Look, I got nothing but I respect Oguri Cap. I love Oguri Cap since day one of this series. Oguri Cap is my top 2 favorite Umamusume characters. And since then, I never badmouth Cap. But when I look at Tamamo Cross and the shit that she's been doing, calling her the White Lightning, and seeing how she beat that other racer, it just dawned on me like, she's gonna win. And it's just one of those like, Oguri's not gonna win this one. I feel like it's not. It's not like that. Because if you go back to the first match with her in March, yeah, March won because of the shoe. But again, she lost to March. And then she beat March the second time. This right here is the same thing. The only difference, yeah, this is the same thing. Where I see Cross and Cap gonna run, but then Cross is gonna win the first race, the first meetup. And then the second meetup, Oguri Cap's gonna win. That's how I see it. That's why I'm putting money on Cross, because I got a gut feeling Tamamo Cross is gonna win. Period. But overall though, this episode was amazing. I like this episode because it's gonna give us, it's like one of those episodes where you like the build up to the end of a race to see where this goes. Most Umamusume races ended in one race. But for this to have go into like a 2-part race, it tells you something. The dramatic ending, the friggin' big ending is gonna happen. Not only that, I also believe, not only that, I just again, Cross is gonna win this. I got a good feeling. But again, talk about a cliffhanger, boys. Talk about a cliffhanger. But I do like little Cross, though. Little showing the backstory of Tamamo Cross. Good story. I love it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, good story. Really, really adorable, Tamamo Cross. Good job, Mama Cross, for taking care of little Cross. Very good. So thank you for watching my review of this episode. I cannot wait for the ending of this. I really can't. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.